Mr. Venkat, whenever the finger is up, I will become silent. And with that being said, welcome, good evening, namaskaram, everyone to January 2026 edition of Marga. We start with a lot of new, interesting, different things. We are going to explore different things. Some of you might be wondering what's going on, what's happening, but we are going to explore different options. And let's see how this goes. We'll have our starting opening prayers. And we need to highlight Mr. Kartik Madhavan, sir. Mr. Kartik Madhavan is from Garuda chapter.
Yeah, yes, sir. Very good evening.
Good evening, sir. Wonderful, sir. Good to see you, sir. Mr.
Yes.
Kartik Madhavan from Garuda chapter. He is into Annapurni Electricals. And please, sir, do your opening prayers. Let's unmute everyone else so that we can start with the prayer.
Yes. 3 times Omkaras. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Gunastu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadidamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the wonderful.
Dave, can I
Thank
go
you,
ahead
thank
and
you, sir.
mute everyone so that if they want to unmute, they have to request the host? Because
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Yes. Thank you very much.
No, Dave, you have to unmute yourself. You're a co-host.
you can.
Okay, Dave is not the co-host, coach. Or a co-host.
Go ahead, Dave, go ahead.
Thank you. My sign language is not so good yet, so I can't moderate without my voice. But thank you, sir, for the test. This was a good test. I am alert and we are absolutely ready. Santoshi, are you ready to take off with our first session?
Yes, absolutely. Hey, hello, namaskara, ellarkum vanakkam, all the way from Chennai. I'm Santoshi Srinivasan. I am from Krishna chapter, welcoming each and every one of you for a wonderful Marga session here. So, core topic, ரொம்ப ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான விஷயம் இல்லையா? Because wherever we start, one of the key factors of being in BBB is our core topic, which is what takes us forward. So here we have a very, very special topic, and the topic is importance of KVT. And we have a very, very special person all the way from Coimbatore who's going to be sharing. I'm waiting to listen from her. So we have Janani here, who's going to be sharing about the importance of KYT. A little about her, I want to give an introduction. She's a commerce graduate and qualified chartered accountant from the year 2016. She's an IAPCCT certified international life coach, an NLP practitioner, an emotional intelligence trainer, and she has been in the coaching industry from 2019. Interestingly, she has till now, coached more than 100 plus individuals, and she has conducted a lot of sessions in many schools and colleges on emotional stability, leadership, and goal setting. And currently, she is the secretary of Garuda chapter in Coimbatore. From Coimbatore. And she is the lead trainer for CB Region 1 and chairman. So this is what is the introduction for her. So without much delay, welcoming Janani towards the session. Thank you, Janani. The stage is all yours. Okay, hold on. Janani, can you raise your hand so that I can unmute you?
Yeah. Janani, I made you as a co-host. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Venkat sir. So can someone confirm if I'm audible, loud and clear?
Loud.
Okay, so I hope the chat is locked. Chats are locked. Okay, so can I request that the chats be opened only for, yeah, thank you. So A great evening, everyone, and a happy new year to one and all present here. So, this time, the topic that's given as a core topic is the importance of KYT. So, I'll make it very short, crisp, and interactive. So, whenever I request everyone to put something on the chat, please reply so that I know that you're attentive and you're here mentally as well as physically. So, what is Know Your Team? So, Know Your Team is growing our network, right? So, let me start with a quick question. How many of you have met a Bandhu multiple times but still don't clearly know what business they do? Anyone like that? If you could type yes, glad. Uma Maheshwari, me, yes, yes, no, great. So one person has no and everybody is yes, no. Okay, glad. So that's exactly why we have KYT. Okay, so know your team. So know your team is not a casual coffee chat. Otherwise, not so many people would have put yes here, right? So it is a focused one-to-one where two bandhus intentionally understand, support, and grow together. So, what should you treat KYT as? It's a bridge and not a visiting card exchange. So, what do we usually do whenever we have visitors, whenever we meet people? We exchange cards. We know them by the name, their category, and the trade name. But KYT is all beyond that. So, why KYT matters? Most networking stays at the surface. What do? We ask a person sitting next to us or opposite to us, we ask, what do you do? Nice meeting you. And that's where it ends, right? Usually when you meet a visitor or when you go to a KYT. So I'll come next on how do you have to set a KYT, taking appointments and how to do a KYT per se. And why when do referrals really happen? After one hello or after real understanding? Can I have some response here? Can someone who is coming as a visitor or you going as an observer to another chapter, and do you think you will get an immediate reference after you say your name, your category, and your business, and just a brief 3 or 4 lines introduction about you? No, right? Maybe. Okay, we have one maybe. Good quality referrals come after proper KYT. Maybe there are 1 to 2. Yeah, so there are 2 people who have said maybe, and there is a lot of yes and no. So replying, yes, Venkat sir.
There are few people replying to the host. Please reply to everyone.
Okay. So yeah, thank you, Venkat sir, for that. And requesting everyone to check if you're replying to the host or replying to everyone there. Thank you. And there are a few no's, few s's, and there's a gray area where 2 of them has replied as maybe. So maybe, yes, you do get references, but in what cases? Depending on what category you are and how they feel or get connected to you. So that's a very gray area, and I cannot take sides with an yes or no here. And I would just say yes, after a proper understanding will be majority, right? If everyone can agree with me. Food products are an instant yes, and maybe like an FMCG goods like your soaps, cosmetics, and all that, because we don't do a lot of understanding research and see which is good and which is not, right? So yeah, right, grocery, cosmetics, correct. So depending on the category you might get references, but if you would like to take it to the next level, a proper understanding between 2 people is really important, right? So what do I come to say here? KYT moves us from transaction, just the transaction, because maybe you would be able to sell one packet of health mix, or maybe a bottle of shampoo or soap, but that is just a transaction, but you are not getting really connected here. So the initial references are just transactions and not connections. So the KYT helps us move from transaction to connection, from knowing names to knowing what is the real need of the other person who is sitting opposite to you, and from random references to making meaningful opportunities. So even when you pass on an opportunity note, you just don't randomly send an opportunity note saying I will get you connected with so and so person. But then the opportunity note is meaningful where it is not a cold lead, but it is either a warm or a hot lead. So what do I mean by cold lead, warm and hot lead? Cold leads are just like how sales people, pitch, go send random bulk messages. So that is a cold lead. So there is a 2 to 5% of chance of getting that opportunity converted into a real business. But a warm lead and a hot lead has major opportunities of getting converted into a transaction and further connection. So a good KYT creates trust, clarity, and a long-term collaboration. So you should be there in the meeting to make yourself visible, which will create the trust and credibility. And this will give you an opportunity to have a long-term collaboration. And next, how do we prepare for a KYT? That's a superpower, right? We don't just go say, hey, hello, I'm there in your area. Can I now just drop in for a KYT? Does anybody do that? Or do you take an appointment prior? Sometimes book prior appointments. Appointment. Good. Appointment. Glad to see. Yeah, both. Okay, glad to see so many people replying that you take appointments. Very happy. And have you ever, okay, taking appointments is one thing, but have you ever wondered and gone into a KYT thinking, let's see what happens? Or have you prepared for that KYT having booked the appointment? Is there any planning that is involved? Yes, prepared. Good. Yes. Preparation is must. Yes. Yes, plan. No preparations. Prepared. Okay, so many preparations is there. I mean, so many of you have replied. Absolutely. Prepared but open. Yeah, good. Beehive. So yes, there are a few people who say there's no preparation, few people who says impromptu, and few people who has gone prepared by doing a proper research and all that. So which do you think will work better? Preparation or not with the preparation? Prepare. And not known to us location, sometimes without preparation. Okay. Glad that everybody or most of you says yes, preparation. And thank you, Santoshi ma'am, just finishing off. And before every KYT, you will have to do three things, which is one, you will have to prepare. You will have to know their business, role, and chapter, and know yourself what exactly you want from this meeting, and prepare one crisp introduction. How? What do you do? Who is your ideal client and what kind of help you're looking for? Because prepared KYTs save time and multiply value. Do you agree? Yes. And then how do we have to, since short of time, I'm just moving on quickly. So, and after this, you do a KYT, because already we have a session on how to do the KYT, and KYT forms are being shared. So after the session, I'd be sending across the KYT form. So I'm skipping that part. But then after all this, how do you end? You just say tata, bye bye, hello, see you tomorrow, or see you in the meeting, see you in the next fortnight, or you're going to the other chapter members and see, let's meet some other time. What do? Each KYT is a planting seed, and you will have to water it. Correct. Sharing opportunity notes, referrals, and all that. But then before that, you will have to agree on the clear next steps and decide who will do what, and fix up a follow-up date. Because when you're going to share the referral, when you're going to share the opportunity note, doesn't guarantee that it is going to get transacted or translated immediately, right? So how do you tell that? How do you know that it will get translated? By regular follow-ups. So you'll have to fix up a follow-up date and You will have to say when you're sharing opportunities, you will connect them by this date to this person. And you can't be very vague saying that, yeah, let's see, I'll connect you. And if possible, if you have the connection there and you're going to share a referral or opportunity, only when you know the person. So more importantly, if you're able to do and share the opportunity even before stepping out of their place, it is well and good. So the mindset shift is what is required here. And just last one thought here. So KYT is not about selling, it's not about impressing, or it's not about collecting contacts. It's about understanding, trust, and mutual growth. So every KYT treated as a doorway, but some open immediately and some you'll have to knock a lot. So thank you so much for the opportunity here. And thank you, Dev sir and Santoshi ma'am. I think I went a little overboard since the timer was not running here. So thank you so much.
So much, Janani ma'am. That was wonderfully, wonderful flow of thoughts on KYT. I think, next time we should have more time for a core topic. Beautifully presented.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for accepting and for being here and giving the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. Thank
much.
you.
And
So the best way
sorry
to
and
thank.
apologies for the delay, Santoshi ma'am. I was just expecting a timer like how Dev sir used to put, but then I think I missed it looking at the chats. Thank you.
Okay, that I will learn from Dave and probably next time we'll do that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So the best way to thank a speaker is to put your feedback. I think we all have multiple groups. Definitely, we should post in our feedback about the core topic in all the groups. That's the right way to let her know how it was. Thank you. I'm passing it on to Dave.
Thank you, Santoshi. Thank you again, Janani. This was really wonderful. Now we have a little bit of action to Mr. Venkat. I have shared with you the list, sir. Can we ask all the next generation speakers to raise up your hands in Zoom? Because there are more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be there. So I'm not good with counting. I'm especially not good with names. And as we are taking their time to raise up their hands, thank you, Shreyas. We will also little bit share with you what we did. We had to compare with other BBB presentations or Margas. These kids, they came this week, which was still last year, the 31st. They came last year and they literally showcase what their talent is. Before that, as you all do know, we had a video submission. So they're all sharing actually their videos on what they're going to talk, what is their idea and what is their background. So when we in the L&D team, we had a discussion of let's do something different. And we had this discussion. We say like, okay, if we have 3 or 4 kids turning up, it would be interesting. But then what happened? 12 actually submitted their videos, and all of them were really brilliant. All of them were literally different, were brilliant, and also from different chapters, backgrounds, industries. So it was really special for us to see. And of course, we don't say no to anyone. And to make sure that these 12s have equal speaking time and they have all a little bit of an understanding what is happening, we had a preview call 2 days ago, which they also attended and they also participated. They asked so many questions. And I can tell you the next gen is ready. They are ready. They have a lot to share. They just look a little bit shy, but once they start to talk, you will see how they can swipe up. So don't worry about that. We will have a little bit of structure in the beginning, and then we will let them talk. Some of them might drop in and drop out because of internet connections, or perhaps they have some sound issues. And we also need to welcome them with a smile. We will have at a later point everyone to can participate and ask them anything related to them. But let me do a little bit of a introduction just by saying their name, and they themselves will introduce because their list is quite big. So I will start with just the names itself. We have Shreyas Ramanujam, then we got Jigisha Pandey, then we got Vaishnavi NJ, then we got Sudhuri Bhatt, then we got Isha Harish with switched on camera. Then we got Dr. Kavya Kamaraj and Karthik. This is just a plain introduction. They will do the proper detailed introduction. Do we miss some of the speaker? Please, speakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we have someone whom we forgot or someone who forgot to raise
They
their hand?
who raised their hand, I have spotlighted everyone.
Okay, you also have the names, right? There's of the speakers. If you
Yeah,
find them, you can also spotlight them.
I'll do
And
that.
speakers, in case you
Only I
have
think
not found out.
Vaishnavi is there, Isha, Karthik Sabri is there. Okay, and Jaya, Suruti, Dr. Kavya, I think Jigisha, I think Miss Jigisha is also there. Mr. Jayant is missing.
Mr. Jayant has some work suddenly, so it's probably in and out. How about
No, but he is there. He is there. I don't know whether he can present, but okay.
Okay,
But all the 7 people are spotlighted then.
super fantastic. So here you go. These are the speakers, next-gen speakers for today. Let's start maybe with a little bit of warm-up exercise for them to introduce themselves. They have a pattern. They can introduce their name, their parents, their business, their category, their education, their age, and much more. Please start. Let's start. And we practice a little bit popcorn style. So whoever is ready will pop up and speak. There will be no big instruction from us. We want the next gen to take over.
You guys can unmute yourself. Oh, okay, you're not able. Yes, please go ahead, Isha.
Hello, I'm Isha. I'm the daughter of Harish Kumar from Out the Box, and Out the Box is specializes in museum design and experience center design. And my dad, Harish Kumar, is from BBB South Madras. My background is in design. I studied illustration design in Singapore, and I'm currently working at Zeiss in Singapore. And I'm also pursuing a degree in sociology. And I'm excited to share with everyone more about what Out the Box does and my views on the next generation of the team. And I'm excited to see what everyone else has to share as well. Thank you. And next person I would choose is Jigisha.
Yes, Jigisha, you can unmute yourself.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Jigisha, daughter of Sanjay Pandey. His business is based upon IT and software, which is CAN Technologies. If you talk about my background, I am first year psychology student in Bangalore, Manipal, and I'm 18 years old. I am very excited to share my thoughts, my views upon how BBB will help businesses grow in the future. And I'm very excited to put out my ideas and thoughts. The next person I'll pick up to speak is Vaishnavi.
Hi everybody, I am Vaishnavi, daughter of Indu Ramanujam from Sir C.V. Raman chapter. My parents run a corporate insurance advisory company called Insure League. To come to my background, I am doing my final year BCom from St. Joseph's University, Bangalore, and I am 20 years old currently. I am really excited to see what everyone has to put out about their views and even mine too. Let's see how this goes. I select Sudhuti Bhatt.
Hello everyone. I am Sudhruti Bhatt. I'm the son of Devaspati Bhatt, who's from the Vamana chapter in Bangalore. So my father runs an HR consultancy known as DBEE Consulting, and it's actually through him that I've gotten an interest in HR and people management. So yeah, I'm very excited to learn other people's perspective and see how we proceed. I'll nominate Shreyas.
No.
Shreyas, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, there's connection issue. Hello, am I audible to everyone?
I can hear
Loud
you.
and clear. Yes.
Yes, yes. So, hello, and firstly, Happy New Year to everyone. So, I'm Ashreyas. I'm a son of R. Ramanujam. I'm currently studying mechanical engineering at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, Germany. And my main focus area is automobiles. My areas of interest include biofuel usage in vehicles and self-driven cars. So, I'm very excited to speak in the next few minutes about my father's company, GadiSathi.com, which is a one-stop marketplace for car owners. Thank you. I next appoint Karthik Sabarish.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Karthik, please.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Karthik. I'm 22 years old. I just finished my undergraduate in computer science from VIT Chennai recently this year. And I am here to represent my father, SM Nagarajan of the Prithvi chapter. I work with him in Future Power Technologies, where we do mostly solar EPC. We provide engineering procurement and construction for solar panels in domestic, commercial, and industrial solar projects. And I would like to nominate Dr. Kavya.
Hello, so I'm Dr. Kavya. I'm daughter of Dr. Rajeshwari. She is from BBB Krishna. So my mom's an ophthalmologist and I'm going to be representing her. She has a hospital called Adya Kamrajai Hospital. So we basically do all types of eye care as well as other treatments also. We are a multi-specialty hospital. And what we want to do through BBB is to give a more holistic approach for treatment and treat patients more as human, create the connection and then treat patients and work more on the preventative sector as well as include more advanced technology in treating in forms of teleophthalmology and more. So I think that's where VBB can also help us, and this is like a gist of what we do here.
I think the round is over. Everyone has introduced. Now you have a picture of why we say this is going to be next gen. As you can see, they are ready. When a new chapter starts, we always look at the categories, right? And somewhat when you understood all their categories are unique, even the industries are unique. This was not planned, but I think somehow God guided us here. They're all different from each other. The categories are different. The backgrounds are different. Perhaps same city, but even there they have differences of chapters. So it's going to be very interesting. We'll have a couple of questions to them so we can hear from them their opinions on that. So Santoshi, maybe why don't you start with the questions?
Yes. Okay. Wow. Super excited to see each and every one of you introduce your parents' business and to talk about yourself, right? I have two daughters. I'm super excited. I know how it feels. My elder one is just, she's actually standing here and watching this. She has her boards, so I couldn't really invite her. But yeah. Okay. Now, each and every one of you here, the quick question is you've grown up seeing your parents build the business through BBB and right in all ways. Now, let's assume if you were the CEO tomorrow, carrying forward the business, what is the step that you think you're going to be taking for the business right now that would probably leave the competitors into the dust? Go ahead. I mean, I want you to just probably, showcase your hand. Whoever wants to go first, let's go ahead and unmute. Who's doing it? Okay, yes, Shreyas. Hold on. Go ahead, yeah. Shreyas, you can unmute.
So am I audible?
Loud.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
so to answer this question, before that, just as a brief, I would like to just introduce my father's company. So my father, R. Ramanujam, started GadiSathi.com and is part of BBB Arundhati Bangalore. And GadiSathi is a one-stop marketplace for all car owners. So coming to the question, if I were CEO tomorrow, what step would I take that leaves competitors behind? So to answer the question, I would build an AI-driven app for vehicle ownership. We would manage the entire process, documents, servicing, quality checks using bots to monitor and coordinate tasks. Robots would handle routine work while the team focuses on supervision, customer care, and trust. Yeah, this is my answer. So,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
I would
you.
like,
Yes,
yeah.
Sudruti, here is to you. You can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So my father's in HR, in the HR sector. He runs an HR consultancy, and what I feel personally is that it isn't known enough to the common man what. Suppose if I go and ask someone what entails the responsibilities of an HR in a company, it, they would fall short. Even I didn't know what exactly it was. So I'd make people aware of the exact capability and the responsibilities of HR consultancy, especially my father's. And yeah, in short, I'd probably increase awareness of the work he's doing.
Lovely, lovely. That was a nice way of putting it across. Yes, Karthik, please go ahead. I'll come to you, Vaishnavi.
Yeah, if I became the CEO tomorrow, the first thing I would focus on is networking. A large part of business is networking, right? Finding the right people. And finding the right people is not just about connecting yourself to customers, but to partners. So that's another thing I would focus on as well. Particularly in the solar industry where things are rapidly evolving. And recently there's been news that the Indian government wants to push for domestic solar manufacturers to gain heads up priority in the industry. So forming important strategic partnerships with companies like Eastman that would produce these kind of solar panels here in India. Those are like things that I would focus on. Even Triple B is a part of that networking aspect. Through Triple B, my father has been able to do a lot of great business, and this is more than a network. It's almost like a community. So like these are the kind of things I would focus on. I would focus on networking and ensuring that I set myself up with I surround myself with the right kind of people and businessmen and businesswomen to make sure that I am in the best position I can possibly be in.
Lovely, lovely. That was a nice way of putting it across. Thank you, Sabarish. Vaishnavi, here it is.
So if I were the CEO of Insure League, probably first I would keep what works as it is. That is, like when you talk about finances, when you talk about insurances, what works is references or credibility, the trust people have on you. So that cannot change. To come to what I would change or improve on is to make Insure League as a one-stop financial solution and not just be streamlined only to insurance. Since as a private limited company, we can go towards mutual funds or like long-term investments and make it a one-stop solution where it'll be a retirement and goal-based investment where people can talk about finances and get their customized solutions rather than going to different partners for different financial investments. Probably a single stop solution would be what I would do.
That was lovely put across. Thank you. So here it is to, yeah, Kavya, please go ahead.
So, if I was the CEO of my mom's hospital and this was 2030, that would be like three things that I would want to concentrate on. Because me and my mom, we feel prevention is very important. So, talking to people and creating awareness should start in the school. So, I think from then, let it be meeting parents and let it be meeting children. It should start from that. So, there would be a lot of concentration. Like most of our input should go towards that segment, which we don't actively do so right now. But I think that should be our first place. And then second, what my mom, as the previous speaker very clearly said, like, how trust is very important. I think that applies to medicine also because somebody is trusting themselves and coming to you for a solution, which is literally in a life or death situation, and they trust you with their lives. So I think that trust they clearly have, and I want to build on that. So when a patient comes, I want them to feel very comfortable and actually not rethink or think twice about whether they are getting the right treatment. So I think with trust can only come when knowledge is shared. So I would want to create an environment where the patient knows what's going on as much as a professional would also. So they know what they're getting into, they know what they're going through at the moment, rather than promising false hope or not giving them the right diagnosis. Both ways. Wrong information or inadequate information should not be given to the patient, I feel. So that awareness should be created in the patient sector also. and it should be communicated in a way the patient can grasp it, because it is going to be an emotional situation. So that would be the second thing. And third, just because we are in a different country or a different city, we would want to go to that specific doctor that we have been going to all our lives. But since we are far away, we might not have the access to quality investigation, which will then help our doctor give us the treatment that we need, because we are all phone call away. But the investigation that needs to be done and the communication, that is a little bit bad now. But I think in 2030, that would be where I invest most of my income on, because when we do invest more on teleophthalmology, so if I feel one important examination is important for the patient, but I'm not here and the patient is not right next to me where I can oversee and get it done, but when I have very good instruments, or I have connections, or I have references, and there's an instrument which is available in most places, I can get them there to get the investigation done, and they still get the expert opinion from the person they want to. And the investigation is taken care in a way that we still have an overview on what is going on, and the patient is not just left stranded. So these are three aspects: connectivity and quality and comfort, because in a stressful situation, that's what we should aim for. And as a doctor, since we know what is going on, I feel the patient should also be given that. So I think that's how 2030 should be. Yeah.
Thank you, Kavya. I'm going to let two more of them to speak, and then I'm going to come back. I'm super excited hearing to all these. I hope all the parents here are really listening to these, because this is going to be the future of what you're actually looking at. Yes, Isha, on to you.
Yes. Hello. So I'll give you a little context of what Out the Box does as well before we go on. So Out the Box is a museum design and experience center design firm. And some examples of the work that we've done before in the past are we've done 4 museums for the Kanchi Mutt on the life and history of Adi Shankara. We do real estate. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Do I start from the beginning?
No,
No.
all good.
You started with Kanchi Mutt and everything. Yeah, you can go ahead.
So we've done 4 museums for the Kanchi Mutt on the life of Adi Shankara. We on real estate. We're also currently working on a very exciting project at Rameshwaram Station, which I'm very excited for. And if I was the CEO tomorrow, here's what I would do. First, I would really want to expand our network, not just in India, to make more religious centers, cultural centers, not just in India, in Dubai, Southeast Asia, because these are countries that are always looking to expand on their culture and preserving their culture. And that's something I think is very important in India as well. And then moving onto that, I would also really implement a lot more tech, AI, and um, AR projects into our. I would want to pitch that a lot more to our clients, because I think that's the future. It's not just the future, it's here, but it's only going to increase more and more in our daily lives. I think that would be a great feature to add into our projects. And yeah, that is what I would first start off with if I was the CEO of Out the Box.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, Jigisha, I think you are too. Go ahead.
Okay, hi everyone. If I was the CEO of CAN Technologies, which is a IT-based company that provides core products and expert services. So at this point of time, what I can think of is to provide the best quality services at the lowest cost possible, so that it will be feasible and a proper service that will give expert services.
Wow, thank you. Dave, what do you think? I keep thinking, after so many years of being in business, I think of, after so much of failures, I think of, communication aspect, the trust to be built. I'm super excited hearing kids talking about building trust now. That's Gen Z that we have here. Go ahead, Dave. I want to hear some thoughts of yours.
Yeah, when things starts to get interesting, I can also see more and more cameras switching on from our BBB members. So that sounds they are very excited, and you see also the engagement in the chat. I myself have started to take notes, because there's something I can definitely hear more often from you guys, and it's
Something
wonderful. I think.
Go ahead. No. Something that's more interesting that I was able to see is, all the points that the kids have actually spoken about does not pertain to one business. Interestingly, all of it can actually be implemented in all the businesses. Don't you
Absolutely.
think so?
Absolutely. And the fantastic thing is also this was not like well scripted or this was rehearsed. They are just talking fluidly. To all the people who are still looking at your 30 seconds on your mobile or on your paper written, you can see the next gen will not do that. Just a kind of a remark on that. Wow, this is wonderful. I think let's move on with the next. There's so much to share about. For the next one, this can be a bit different for you to think on. Look, when we talk, about India and ancient wisdom, we talk a lot about dharma, right? Which is really our purpose of the right way of living. And beyond making profit in our business, what do you think is your spiritual soul or the higher purpose of your family's business? Where do you think you're going to implant dharma in your business by 2030? How do you see that? Yes, Vaishnavi, your hand was pretty fast.
Okay, I think to talk about Dharma or what the primary goal of the business is how Insure League approaches its customers. Insurance has always been that taboo topic where it's always missold or people run away from it. It's always been that way. And two things come into picture here. One is the awareness creation of insurance, and the second thing is how you provide need-based solutions to the clients. If a person comes and asks you for an insurance, it's just not okay, I have a product, I want to pitch it to you. It's about listening to your financial goals, your needs, why you want insurance basically, which is all individual. You can't generalize it to everyone around. So you see what is the uh, products available for them and not just push products. So it's about more customized pitching of products and also giving them security. And it also includes, okay, if a client doesn't need it doesn't need insurance according to his or her wants, you should say, okay, you don't need it, or you're very open about their requirements, or can you cater to their requirements. And I think just helping people cover their lives, their families, their businesses, I think that will be the major ethics of dharma which Insure League will follow and is already following.
Wonderful. Do you want to nominate the next one?
I would nominate Dr. Kavya Kamaraja.
So I would think what should be done, what would be the higher calling for my family or my mom's hospital would be to have the patient feel relieved that they came to us. Like they should have other problems in their mind, but the only problem they shouldn't be having is, have we come to the right place? Will the right thing that is needed for my mom, my dad, me would happen or not? That is something, that weight we want to take away. That is where we want to work on, because when it is a stressful situation, when there is a lot at stake, that is the least we want to do. Giving quality healthcare and quality comfort and commitment towards what we do is, I feel, is the higher calling, because the satisfaction that we get when the patient says we made a right decision. I'm glad that time you were there and this happened, and being there in a way that the patient needs us to be there. There are so many treatments that is the best for the patient, but when we do not communicate what is the most needed, how will the patient understand that's what's like necessary for them? And they should not go out as a patient, they should go out as a healthier person they were even before the sickness came to them, is what I want to do. And that I feel is the higher calling, because not everybody like everybody cannot have the right to solve a problem. Everybody is not given the opportunity or the knowledge to solve a problem a person has. And when we do have that, I think it should be done in a certain way that the problem does not reoccur as much as possible, and the patient goes back learning something rather than it being an incident. And to be there throughout, through and through the process, till the person gets better. And it should not be a one time coming to the hospital and going back. That's not where it ends. That's where it starts. And then it should be the follow up should be very good. And the follow up should not be like, when you have a problem you come back to us. We want to be there for you enough that you never have a problem again. And that's where I feel we can come in, and that's what I feel we were meant to do over here, to give quality, to give comfort, and for the patient to feel relieved. Thank you. And the next person that I would like to nominate would be Isha.
Thank you, Kavya. Yeah. So, if my perspective, I would first like to share my personal story. And sorry, one second. Oh, yeah. I'd like to share my personal story. So, I remember when I was a child, we used to go to all the very old temples. I'm very fond of old temples, like the ones carved in rock. And I always remember there's a lot of ancient stories and statues that are telling a story on these old temples. And this is what I personally like to believe, that in those times were a sort of museum to the common folk, right? That's where they learned, they got to know all these stories. And I believe that is our spiritual calling at Out the Box, to be our modern day spaces for people to come and want to preserve our culture for the next generation, and to serve as a interesting place for the next generation to come and learn about our culture and to talk to others about our culture. And even when I go to maybe places like our Egmont Museum, I feel very sad to see that our culture is not preserved well. There are just statues chipped and they're lying down, right? I believe that it is our calling and our duty as to preserve our culture and really show people what it's worth. And that's something I'm very excited to see. And I would nominate Vaishnavi. Oh, sorry, you already spoke. I'll nominate Shreyas.
Hello, everyone. So coming to the question, beyond profit, what is the higher purpose dharma of the business? So at Gadi Sati, we hire people who are willing to learn regardless of qualifications. So anyone who joins gains skills to succeed within Gadi Sati or beyond. So our dharma is to give peace of mind to customers. So cars are valuable and often a worry. And our goal is to remove fear and confusion using technology to take honest care of every customer. Thank you. So next, I would like to appoint Sudruti Bhatt.
Thank you. So when it comes to like the higher purpose of my father's business, my father, as I told before, is in the HR sector, and I feel it's important as it is today, even in the future, to understand human emotions and and learn how to handle them. And as much as we say that in an organization or in a professional setting, at the end of the day, we're all humans. And I'd say to help people in distress or who are going through a tough time, especially in an organization where there can be many demands or where there needs to be some goals to be met. So I'd say the DBE consulting can help those people find an outlet or help them go through what troubles they're facing in a way that doesn't demean them, make them feel smaller, but rather makes them feel empowered. So yeah, I'd nominate Karthik.
Yeah, so one basic aspect of dharma that we'd like to practice in our business is the way we treat our customers. We ensure we give them a fair working product, a good product for the right price, making sure the people that we hire, the people that we partner with, we make sure that they are well taken care of, that they get their fair share. But beyond all of that, since we work in the renewable energy industry, I feel like the main aspect of the dharma that we'd like to practice would be in protecting the environment. Whether you look at how in our Puranas and Bhagavad Gita, in all of our ancient texts, it talks about how the environment doesn't just belong to us. The environment belongs to the animals and the plants around us, and there's a need to protect them. And whether if you're going to extend the concept of ahimsa to animals and plants around us, making sure they are not harmed by our actions. Like these are things that has been written down in our ancient text. And the truth is, we need to. It's high time to find a solution for the erosion of the environment or global warming in general. I personally remember December in Chennai being colder than it is right now. When I was 7 or 8, how December in Chennai felt is different from how it feels to me right now as a 22-year-old. The earth is getting hotter, the ice is melting, plants are dying, the animals are dying, and our dharma or what we would like to contribute to or what we'd like to do in dharmic business is to just ensure that we are able to protect our environment one installation at a time, one home at a time, one community or one office space at a time. Just ensure that we are doing our part to make sure that we keep this earth safe for as long as possible.
Okay, let's have Jigisha
Okay,
final.
so in Dharma, it is believed that we should have the attitude of giving and not only receiving. So it talks about duty and morality and rightnessness. So I will have the mindset of giving back to the society as my contribution goal and provide the expert services through my end, which I could provide.
Cool. Thank you so much, everyone. This is so great. I mean, this conversation can go longer, but Marga is limited up to 8:15. We'll have one more question, but that question let's have from all the speakers answers in 30 seconds. You all know, right? 30 seconds, how it works. So we'll have one more question when, let's say when you think about BBB in 2030, right? In 4 or 5 years, in 4 years to be exact, where you want to BBB to be so that, you know, all of us who are working towards the future with that today's next gen mindset. What is your 30 seconds reply to that? What has to happen in BBB?
I would love to see BBB go global. Since I'm currently based in Singapore, I would love to see a community built here, not just here, in a lot of other countries as well. And I'd love for this to be.
I think her internet got stuck. So yeah,
Yes.
we'll move to Shreyas. Shreyas has raised his hand. Yes, Shreyas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Isha, we come back to you.
yeah. So by 2030, I want BBB to be a forum that trains young talent across countries, regardless of qualifications, so they can be hired by BBB members. So this talent will help expand BBB's presence globally. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreyas, for that. Isha, yes, if you can go ahead. Yes, Isha, please go ahead.
Sorry?
You can go ahead because you got disconnected in the last. We are not able to hear you.
Okay, I see. Uh, No, I'll just reiterate my point. Since I'm currently based in Singapore, I'd love for it to go global and build a global community because that we also get a lot of different perspectives. Even though we are all the same community, there's a lot of different perspectives of being raised in a different environment and culture. And I think that is something, and maybe we could have global conferences where all of us come to meet, and it would be a very, very interesting initiative. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you. Yes, Sudhriti, here is to you.
Yes. In about 4 to 5 years, I'd say like there'll be a shift in the workforce, the age of the workforce too. So I'd say that BBB should be able to, you know, connect with the future generation as it is doing right now. And you know, to maintain this kind of connection with the current workforce so that, you know, it's easier for all industries to stay competitive, agile globally while being flexible and in sync with the generation.
So thank you so much. Yes, Vaishnavi.
BBB in 2030, as Isha pointed out, I would like it to be a global platform where you have connects across industries and across countries too. And one more thing I would look at is here we are second generations pointing out our views, talking about our parents' businesses. Probably not everyone would have the opportunity or have the confidence to go out. And if BBB could bring together the second generation, probably give them training sessions or like give them exposure to different industries or about the etiquettes, about the speaking skills, everything would add on and bring us all together as a community.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. That was beautiful. Yes, Kavya.
So again, what I would feel would be an amazing thing that we could do through BBB in the nearing future would be like two things. We inside BBB can figure out people who do what, and we have the trust to refer people. But this is inside BBB. People outside don't know who. We should have a system where they can also approach us. Like the access to contacts should be available even outside, like in a broadcasting forum. So people outside can also contact us, and I'm not sure how to make that happen. And then the second thing is where we can also support businesses in a way. We know a business would grow even more if they had this right input. I want a system where we can help them do that, and BBP in itself will have a review system where if a VC is seeing this and they feel, I think I can help you with that aspect, or I have the person who can help you do this thing better. So that connection where we offer more to each other to grow better in a business.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Yes, Karthik, here's to you. Thank you, Kavya.
Yeah, so in Triple B, I noticed that a lot of businesses are closely linked together. So in a particular chapter or in the city itself, we can reorganize and connect people based on the verticals that they share or that they are adjacent to. I feel like we can provide as much of an end-to-end experience as possible for a customer through the multiple businesses in Triple B itself. If there's a real estate agent in Triple B and they help someone buy a house, and then we can come in and we can provide a solar solution, and then someone else can come in and they can provide a CCTV solution. All of this can be tracked through some kind of centralized portal that we can have in Triple B through connections that we have, how the information moves from A to B to C. Like these are, I don't know how to do this in a technical aspect, but this is just an idea I'm throwing out there. Like Dave said, there are no wrong answers. So yeah, it's just an idea I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. We all love ideas. So yeah, we're definitely open to it. Jigisha, would you like to go ahead? Yes, please.
Okay, so as rightly said by everyone, in 2030, I would like to see BBB as not only business by Brahmins, but also business beyond Bharat. So I'm looking at BBB to be a community of Brahmin Bindus grown up to, crores of people together. So yeah.
Dave, I'm dumbfounded listening to so many beautiful ideas all through here.
Can we have from all the participants big round of emojis, claps, whatever you can share all the love to all these speakers. There's a fanboy moment if, we have in stage, we have the selfie moment, when you take your phone and we take a selfie. In Zoom, you can't do that. We can at least take a participant screenshots, right, with thumbs up. Can we take some screenshots with all the participants, all the speakers? Puts up your thumbs up. You're all on spotlight. Put your hands up. Let's take a screenshot. This goes on history. Next gen speakers are ready. Isha, your hands up. Ooh. Let's take a screenshot. Venkat sir, are you ready? Please, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. We have lots of screenshots. This is evidence. In 4 years or even tomorrow when you become CEO, this picture will speak 1,000 words. With that also being said, we have also a golden privilege to actually Mr. Sri Prabhakar Rao. He's actually Executive Council Chairman, and he's the founder and director of Srinidhi Foundation, so in Mysore. And he also joined today. So we need to really highlight him, Venkat sir. Please highlight him as well. And as he was hopefully there since the beginning and he was hearing all the speakers talking, please share us your opinions. Sir. What did you hear? How do you see this? How did this Marga go for you? We need to unmute you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Especially for I want to see that how best they are involving and giving their ideas for the new generation. This is my interesting place where the new generation has to be supported. It's a fantastic idea from the L&D. They have done wonderful job. We have given a platform to our own kids. That is a very important. We are supposed to support our kids, and then they have a lot of ideas. Especially Brahmins are having their brain is so beautiful. They are genetically they are very brainy people. So that younger generation still they have a wonderful brain, and then we have to incorporate their ideas to be in our in business or the what they progress. What an idea they have. What 30-30. They wanted to see this in globally as well. All the community has to be get united. They are telling as such, so that it's a nicely they have platform that they nicely they have told everything. So we have to be take their advice, though they are the youngsters, but they are having a lot of good ideas. We have to incorporate in our wherever we do, and then we are supposed to incorporate their ideas to take them to the speech like these platforms. At least it's a wonderful thought process they have done. Exactly. I thankful to those the youngsters, and then you can incorporate so many another youngsters are there in the our own community. Please kind of make them to be also give their ideas to this our growth of the BBB also. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I think this was a wonderful, Marga. So many people who switched on their camera who didn't get distracted. They just listened to all of you guys. That was a wonderful experience. We are running out of time. See, Coach Venkat is sharp on time. Um, Something which we usually do prepare, but we haven't prepared. Santoshi and I, we haven't prepared. We have a closing prayer, which also a next gen could do. So if someone is willing to open up and say, let's do the closing prayer, which is Om Purnamata. Someone is willing to do that. Your first, it can be only one, because if multiple people do, there will be an echo. Whoever wants to, just unmute yourself and you will do the closing prayer, so that we have a next gen closing prayer as well.
I guess Coach Venkat has raised his hand. Sir.
No, not for this. I'm just placing a request to our EC chairman, sir. Like in Rotary, there is an ANET club. Probably we can also build an ANET club for BBB, so that these young generation people can be part of it, and they can support our BBB. That's an idea. Thank you.
Dave, I think you can go ahead. Anybody in this next gen people open to do the Purnamada Shlokam? Any of you? Okay, Dave, go ahead, Dave.
Jayant has raised his
I
hand.
think Dr. Kavya, I think she does it, right? Dr. Kavya and Isha, I see you. I see you. I heard you.
Dave, I think you should just go ahead and just finish it off. It's okay.
Sure. All right, good. Then we will do that next time. We will practice that. Good. Santoshi, please do that. Please, please do the please. Thank you.
Dave, hold on. I need the lyrics for the Shlokam. Sorry.
I will do that in that case. No worry. I just had to sneeze. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone.